Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Chicagon, back at it again. This time with another video of my latest pickups, and this will be part 16 of building my capsule wardrobe. So as always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And I do love communicating with y'all with your comments and the random questions, or I guess tips and ideas that you do give me as well. It's always a blast, and I really do appreciate all of you. So updates on the capsule wardrobe. A few things have left, such as my waxed canvas Ramones. I figured it was time to get rid of them, and I did sell them on. I did pick up another pair of Ramones, which I made a video on. They ended up being a little bit too big, so I got rid of those as well. And now I don't have any Ramones, and well, I don't know. Like it's it's getting a bit ridiculous, the amount of luck that I have with Rick Owens shoes. And while I do really want a pair of Ramones that is not broken and has life in them, I'm probably better off just waiting to see if I can find some at around retail or on sale brand new, and just hope that they do hold together. I did also sell my En Place t-shirt. As I had mentioned in other videos, it just was not quite comfortable on body, and I just wasn't ever reaching for it because, especially in summer, you want the t-shirt that you're wearing or top to be comfortable, and when it's not, you just don't want to go anywhere near it. And I figured, well, look, it's probably better off with somebody that will appreciate it and wear it and make the most of it. So I did sell that one as well. So incoming for the pickups for this video, something I wanted to do as well was actually add in the failures, or they're just things that I do buy and think that I've read the measurements correctly, but then end up being incorrect. And so it's just pure sadness. And there are a couple of things here. So first of all, we have this Yohji Yamamoto ground Y hat. It is beautiful. It's got this distressing and white section all through the middle, like the brim is also distressed and uneven here. I saw this online and it was a pretty good price, and was like, this hat is so cool, I'd love to have it and wear it around with the outfits that I have. I think it'd go perfectly. However, it arrived and it doesn't, it's so small. I can't even like pull it over. I can kind of, no, it just doesn't, it does not fit properly. And that sucks. So if you do happen to have a smallish size head, this is up on my Depop for sale. I really would like to get it to a good home because it's a really cool hat. Like I really like it. It just does not fit my head. I have a large head and yeah. Sucks. Next up, I've had an endless search for a pair of slacks or nice pants to wear if I'm going to a more formal type occasion. I originally had the Estes by Rick Owens that I got rid of because they were a bit too tight. And then I found this pair of Yohji Yamamoto rayon slacks. And the rayon part is what interested me because rayon is quite light and nice to wear in warmer months. The sizing all seemed fine. The price was great. They arrived, and what do you know? Cannot even get them over my waist. They are beautiful slacks though, and feel so premium. Like they're actually amazing. The only defect that they kind of have is that on one side, one of the little loops that covers one of the buttons did split, but this was fixed by the previous owner. You can't even really tell, and for the discount that was given because of that, I reckon it was definitely worth it. But yeah, these do not fit a 33-34 as I anticipated. My housemate tried them on for the photos for Depop, and they're a 30 and they fit them pretty well. I think maybe max 32, you could probably wear these. But yeah, again, really hope that they do find a nice home. And ultimately, if something is tagged L and it's Yohji, then it's probably not gonna fit me. I need to go for something that's probably like a 2XL or 3XL, at the bare minimum an XL, just to make sure. And you know, it's a learning process, and we take these L's and hope we can recuperate the money that was spent on them. So yeah, also on Depop, highly recommend them. Okay, so now to the things that did arrive and did fit and we're kind of happy about and actually really stoked on a lot of them. Let's start off with shoes. I did just make a video on this pair of shoes, so we can go through this pretty quickly. But I did pick up a pair of Rick Owens Scuba Sock Ramones. This is not a very tall pair, but as I said in my Grails video, I do want a knee-high leather pair, but found this pair at a very reasonable price. Picked them up, they're size 41.5. In the video I did before, I was saying that I'm not really sold on them. I've been wearing them solidly for about a week now, and my feet are destroyed. It's really tough to wear these in. However, I actually am warming a lot to them. I really do like how easy it is to put them on and off without any laces or zips, and they do look kind of sleek. I'm not sure whether I am still okay with the 41.5. It might be too small, but also I will wear them a bit longer and see if I do somehow get some leeway wearing them in. But otherwise, quite happy with these. I really do like them, and they kind of, in a different way to regular Ramones, feel a bit sleeker. Without the laces, they kind of feel a bit more formal or classier. I'm not sure, but I'm surprised at how much more I like them than I did initially. So, hey, things can change over time. Very stoked on these. Okay, so next up for those playing at home, it is summer here in Australia. It is very warm most of the time, and it obviously means that options in terms of things to wear are very difficult. I'm sure y'all can agree with this depending on where you're from, unless you're from somewhere that's just very cool all the time, and then, hey, I envy you, and that's awesome. With summer and wearing t-shirts, I was thinking, I do like the t-shirts that I have, but it would be nice to have something that stands very solidly on its own with an interesting texture or look to it, that if you're wearing it by itself, it's almost enough to carry an outfit and mix up textures, you know, from tops and bottoms and even shoes. And I was able to find this Yohji Yamamoto Ground Y, the long line t-shirt with a split at the hem where the rear is a bit longer than the front. But the kicker on this top is that it's got a really interesting texture. I'll see if it can get picked up on camera, but it's all wrinkled all over, top to bottom, back to front, and it's gorgeous. Like, it has this really interesting texture from that wrinkledness, and it doesn't look like you sort of just left it and it's been wrinkled just because you haven't worn it for a while and it's been like messed apart. The wrinkles seem to hold. I've washed it a couple of times and they do stay, which is pretty neat. Checking the material, so it's 50% polyester, 50% cotton. So I suppose the polyester is perhaps how they do achieve this. It's really nice on body as well. It doesn't feel weird on my skin. So for anybody who may have sensitive skin, this one is not so bad. But I do really like this top. It's very much become a go-to for just popping something on, and it matches, I guess, of course, with all the other Yohji stuff that I do have. But even with like the Rick pod shorts or even a pair of jeans, it can still look pretty nice. So very happy with this top, wearing it a lot and definitely getting a lot of use out of it. Highly recommend it. So coming up next, a few videos ago, I had shown that I'd picked up a pair of balloon pants, and that I'd expressed that unfortunately the material I hadn't really paid attention to. So when I arrived and found out that they were just made from wool, it meant that it was something that I couldn't really wear outside of, say, deep winter, where it does get quite chilly here in Melbourne. And as I've said in the past, I overheat very easily. So even wearing something that might be light wool or some that many people may be able to pull off in slightly warm weather, I overheat and will just sweat a lot and get very gross. So I figured I really should look into getting some balloon pants that are not made from wool specifically. And in my searches on Mercari, I did find a couple and I picked up both of them. Funnily enough, I found both pairs one after the other. And it's something I'd like to make a video on because one is a Ground Y Yohji Yamamoto pair and the other one is a Black Scandal Yohji Yamamoto pair. And the difference between those two is that, say, Ground Y is more of a diffusion type line, whereas Black Scandal is very, very close. I guess it's also on the runway, so you could say it's very similar to mainline Yohji. So that video aside, I'd like to show off the Black Scandal balloon pants that I got, and these are so sick. I love these pants so much. They're huge, they're so wide, and as the other balloon pants have shown, they do have the draw cords on the hems to adjust the silhouette. I love this so much, and as I've said before, it means that you basically have 2 pairs of pants in one, potentially even more depending on how far you like to adjust the draw cord. But it means that there's so much range and things that you can do with these, and my goodness, the cotton, so much nicer than the wool. It means I can wear them in summer. I love these. So good, they're really fantastic. On the front though, the draw cord to adjust is on the outside. On other pairs, they have been on the inside. And it really just seems to be no rhyme or reason whether it's, you know, a more higher end or lower end of the pricing spectrum where that draw cord's gonna be. I'm really not sure how they work that out, but I don't mind it being on the outside. I know my sister hates it on the outside, so luckily for them, these aren't their pants. But yeah, I really do love these balloon pants, and if anyone is interested, I will probably put up the ground Y cotton ones that I did get, and I currently have the woolen ground Y balloon pants up on Depop as well, if anyone is interested. I do love them, and I do love how they look. It's just really difficult to justify having a wardrobe that can only be worn at one point of the year. I understand with like jackets and coats that can make a little bit more sense because that covers a lot more of your body, but with pants, I can't justify it. And maybe I sort of see it as if it's at a better home where someone's really going to appreciate them, I'd prefer that rather than being here where over half the year they're just going to sit in my wardrobe unused. So yeah, love these balloon pants. I love Black Scandal stuff, and honestly, if I could deck out my entire wardrobe with Black Scandal, I would. However, wallets and money and yeah, gotta take care of number one first. By number one, I mean you, like as in yourself, rather than, I mean, for some people it might be their pet or it might be their children, but yeah, that's what I meant. So following the balloon pants, I had been keeping an eye out on long shirts. So I do have that Julius vampire long neck. It feels more like an overshirt. I would never wear it as like a base layer, I think, because it is very long and does feel more like a coat. It's even got pockets. So I was looking for long shirts, as I do think that they would solidify and unify that Yohji vibe, drapey kind of thing that I really do like. And I don't quite have anything in a button up that is quite long. So browsing Medcuddy really late one night, I did find this Black Scandal top of all things that retailed for around $700+, probably more in AUD, and it was listed so cheap. I don't know why. The listing had been up for over 6 months. It had somehow been bumped back to the top of the list, and I was thinking, okay, what's wrong with this? And the description sort of detailed that it was a bit dirty and had a bit whitening on points, but I was like, look, the price is right. I've had good luck with buying things that have been said that they're kind of like off. Japanese marketplaces, people seem to overstate how damaged something may be. So I jumped on it and it arrived. This is the top. It's very interesting. So it's 2 materials. The sleeves and back are a very light, I think it's tensile, let me check. The sleeves and the back are tensile, and the front, as well as the collar and the top of the back here, are cotton. So it's 2 materials, so the front is a bit heavier than the back, but it has a very interesting feel to it, and it's quite premium feeling and looking. I really like it. Down at the bottom, towards the hem, on each side, there are also buttons that you can do up or undo to adjust silhouette or how much you'd like the shirt to flutter. I currently have them undone because I was liking the wind kind of fluttering the rear of it around, and I don't know, I just love drapey things that flow in the wind, right? Got that like Dementor vibe. This top really does fit that long shirt vibe. I like that it's very plain, yet the materials do give it that little bit of edge or extra interest in case it catches your eye and you think, oh, that's actually like two different things. That's pretty interesting. I love how things do that and add a bit of, elevation or variety to what may just be something that's quite plain. I've worn this the past few days and I do really, really enjoy it. At first, I thought I just didn't fit it properly, but the more that I wear it, the more I feel comfortable in it and I'm loving it more and more each day. Definitely recommend getting a long shirt into your wardrobe if you are looking to pursue some more avant-garde kind of stuff. There's definitely good deals out there. And especially even like site Yohji Yamamoto stuff, you can get secondhand things very, very cheap. And I should do a video on quality comparisons and material comparisons because I think I've had a few people mention that they're not sure because they feel like the lower prices equals less quality. But ultimately in the end, you are still getting great silhouettes and great prices with different materials, but they're not necessarily worse, if that makes sense. I should make a video on that. Love the shirt though. Black Scandal. Someone hit me up, even though that's never gonna happen. All right, so for the final item of today's video, I have been wanting and thinking about what I would do if I was gonna get a statement piece. And I had a bit of extra money saved from working a buttload towards the end of the last year and was thinking, look, I usually have a budget. Maybe if I go a little bit over, if I find something that's really, really quite special, it could be a time and a half. And safe to say that I did find something that I did bite on. I wasn't sure, but since it's come in and I've worn it a few times, I flippin' love it. So this is a Sight by Yohji Yamamoto, collaboration with Junji Ito, long shirt. And it is made from Tencel. For some reason, everything's Tencel and we love it for warmer weather because it is very, very light and breathable. And it has these patches all over the top. So every now and then, Sight releases a collaboration with another IP or person, something, and they release long shirts that have patches of, detailing and things from that other IP. So most recently, Stranger Things put out a collaboration, and so it is a very, very similar shirt, but with, I guess, Stranger Things motifs. However, I do love these Junji Ito drawings that are all over them. There are close-ups that I did film as B-roll that I'll put in there. And really, really cool detailing on the strings that are hanging off. There are spirals as well. So Uzumaki, let's go. This top is really, really fantastic. And it does stand out. Like this, every time I've worn this, somebody has mentioned it or been like, oh, I spoke to some guy at the bus stop for like 5 minutes about the upcoming TV show because he recognized the shirt and sparked up a conversation. It's just really, really nice to have something that does stand out. It didn't really break the bank too much, and I do really love it. It feels very, very high quality as well. The Tencel feels really, really nice on body. And then as well as that, I generally put this on top of other things to add layers and a bit of variety to how you may look. I just can't stop looking at it. It's so nice. I'm so happy with this. Definitely, definitely a time and a place kind of top. You wouldn't just wear it wherever, but it's nice to have something that you can bust out, or that I can bust out now and, really turn it up if I really feel like doing so. So yeah, great top. Don't sleep on Sight. The collaborations are cool. I think there's a Demon Slayer one coming out too, and I don't think they've shown pictures, but we don't quite know exactly what's in it yet. So could be some cool stuff there too. But yeah, this is so cool, and I really, really doubt I'll get rid of it anytime soon because it's awesome. I love this top, and I hope you do too in upcoming fits. Okay, so with that, they are the items that I did pick up. Which one's your favorite? I'm pretty stoked on all of them, to be honest, but let's not dilly-dally. Let's get straight to the fits. Here are 7 fits incorporating these with also older items. Let's get to it. Okay, so they were 7 looks with the items that I did pick up most recently, along with some stuff from previous episodes, things that are already in my wardrobe, and seeing how they all incorporate in. It's actually quite interesting that with the variety of silhouettes and options that the balloon pants gives, that you could really just have that pair of pants and then rotate out tops, and you're pretty set for a wardrobe. I am really thinking of trying to do the most minimal wardrobe challenge for a week and see how many different looks I can get out rather than it just being like t-shirt pants. But that's obviously what you can pull out in a week. It's definitely okay to do that too. So yeah, let me know in the comments below which is your favorite piece, what kind of styling you'd like to see it with, or whether you have any feedback. We'll see how we do. As always, thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure making these videos and sharing them with you. I hope you had fun. Stay safe out there. Things are pretty intense, and I really, really wish everybody safety and care and love, and hopefully get through this as best as we can. So until next time, you'll take care of yourselves, have fun, be safe, and as always, don't do anything I'd do. Bye.